to share with you my testimony, or let me say my confession on how I joined Satanism at the age of 15. This happened whilst I was in the Eastern Cape. I grew up a very quiet child, but in a dysfunctional home. There was no love in my family, and I kept on searching for peace and happiness. A friend of mine then invited me to her church, and I agreed. To me, I never expected anything could go wrong at church, so I just agreed. She told me that I was supposed to meet her at the beach, and I said it is okay, cool, no problem. My parents were always fighting, and I wanted to find a place where I could rest from all the chaos that was happening in my life. My father was an alcoholic, and my mother was like his punching bag, and my mother was not in a position to fight back or to leave the marriage. Their fighting was really getting to me and affecting my grades. Now, on this day that I met my friend at the beach, and she told me that the church was in the ocean, and still it never bothered me when she said that the church that she goes to, it is underneath the ocean, because maybe I was very young and maybe I had never heard of anything like Satanism. She told me that we had to wait until it was dark, then our transport would come to ferry us into the ocean. She had money, so she bought us food at a local restaurant while she waited for the sun to set. All that I wanted was to get away from home. My family was not a prayerful family, so I was not exposed to God. It was all about fun and nothing else. The sun then set. Then we went to the beach. She told me that I had to sit still, close my eyes, and enjoy the ride. Just imagine that you are going to have a very good time and stop thinking or stop being fearful. Yes, she had given me a warning. When a very big snake came out of the sea, I saw why she had insisted that I should stay calm. This is where I began to be very fearful, but she told me to be still. She held my hand, and I felt that everything was going to be okay. That snake, I don't know what happened to that snake. It just opened on the side, and we got inside that snake. Then we were ferried right into the ocean. We dived deep into the ocean. Then we arrived at a place that was like a very big kingdom. It's a city under the ocean. I know that I might sound scary, but down there are people who are living down there. There is a whole new world right there under the ocean. As I arrived, we got off. Then she directed me to follow her behind. As I got into this place, it was like everyone knew my name already, and they were very friendly towards me. And I also saw this guy. This guy was very handsome. The moment that I looked at him, there was something that happened to me. They told me that they loved me, and I felt that there was love in the air. Love was written everywhere, and everyone greeted me. I was so happy. I was happy for the first time in my life. I had forgotten that outside there I had a family. I had a mother and a father. This was my real family. They told me that this was the coolest church in the world to ever attend. And then there was going to be a meeting. We were told that we were going to go to this lady who was staying in Eastern Cape, who was going to be our leader. After the meeting, she then took me for a tour around the entire area. I saw a lot of things. I saw creatures that I never thought could exist. People on the land are being monitored on a big screen. This screen, I don't know how to describe it. It is like a flat TV, but at the same time, it covers the whole area, and it is transparent. If you go on the back of this screen, you can see what is happening. this screen, it is like it rotates wherever you are going. You can see what is happening in the real world, especially those that they will be working on. Those people are monitored 24/7. I also saw a place where clothes are designed. The way that those clothes were designed, I am sure that by the time that they are going to release those clothes into the world, everyone is going to be running after those clothes. There is technology down there, technology that you don't think will ever exist. Let's say that the idea of a G-string, I know where it originally comes from. So it's laid down, then it is designed as a sample. And the main reason is to invent as many things that will make, sexual intercourse more interesting, and more people would want to take part in that scene. Take the minds of Christians away from God. If you can check what is happening now in the church, there are people right now who can dance to worldly music whilst you are in church. Check now how people are dancing to amapiano in church. You have to wonder, how is this possible? So when I went down deep into the ocean, the year was in the early 2004s, and the target was to destroy as many people as possible. The way that people were going to be destroyed is by the means of many diseases, and the aim was to destroy as many people in sin, so that Jesus has a few people on his side. So the invention of the G-string was to make it more appealing, so that people can find pleasure when they are in bed, and it is attractive when it is worn by a woman. Now when we left the kingdom, and I think we had left the kingdom because I had been given a ring by my friend. Before I had been given this ring, I could see everything. But now, after I had been given the ring, my mind was blinded, and I never saw anything wrong with all the things that were unfolding in front of me. We went to that old lady's place in Eastern Cape, and when we arrived, the lady took us into a room where there was a very big clay pot, and that clay pot had a very strong smell, and she did a ritual to me. I was told to put my face inside that clay pot, and there was a lot of steam coming from that clay pot. After the ritual, I looked into the mirror, but I was shocked because when I looked into the mirror, I didn't see my face, but I saw my face turning into the face of that old lady. Something had happened to me spiritually, and that lady in the Eastern Cape, she was the one who was now responsible for giving me and my team missions to complete. She had a very high position in the kingdom. There was no one who could challenge her, and these positions, you only get them when you work tirelessly for the devil, doing all the assignments without complaining. This woman was the definition of evil. If you could take a look into her eyes, you could see evil written all over her face. From this time going onwards, I could separate my body from my spirit. My body stayed at home whilst I was working in the spiritual world. I would work on divorces, causing road accidents, causing problems in the churches, and disturbing sermons in powerful church services where the true gospel was being preached. So let me start by explaining how I would cause families to divorce. The devil hates holy things, and marriage is one of those holy things. The devil wants to fight with all the holy things of God because he is the enemy. I was sent on my first mission, and my first mission was to destroy a marriage. Those who are married, we can see by their rings, and if their rings were prayed for by the pastor, we can quickly tell, because when you are walking around with a ring that has been prayed for by the pastor, there is a glimmer of light that shines on that. There is a ray of light that shines on that ring. That ring is holy. Then there are those who just wear a ring and are not married. Yes, we can see those people, and we don't care about them. We target these ones that have been prayed for. Our target will be the children of God. Now I went to this family, and when I went to this family, I'll be invisible. This is not a one-day assignment. It is important to study these people and to know them exactly, to know them like the back of your hand, knowing their way of life, knowing what they like to do, study their weakness, and then strike. Each and every living human being has a weakness, one way or the other. If you keep on studying them, you are truly going to find their weakest spot. And when you strike, you'll be like a king cobra. When you strike and you inject your poison into their system, their weakness is going to take control. They can even stop going to church. That is when I had to strike. It is very important to stay on your knees, because Christians
At Jet2 Holidays, we're proud of our award-winning customer service, and
because Christians do not fight the flesh, but they fight principalities of darkness. This family, I made sure I destroyed them, because I studied and I learned that the husband was not as prayerful like the wife. There was something about this man. This man, he enjoyed looking at women twerking on Instagram, and that is where the weakness was. On churches, yes, there are some fake pastors out there. A lot of churches that are out there, yes, I can confirm that they are fake. There are so many churches that I have even tested for weakness, and I have realized that most of them are fake. The devil knows that a lot of you like worshiping the Lord, but you do not have the time to read the Bible. The confusion now is being brought into the churches. That is why I spoke to you about people dancing to Amapiano in the church. A lot of prophets work for the devil, and most of them are given money by the devil himself. A lot of churches, most of them are now selling a lot of things, anointing oils, wristbands, a lot of stuff. Be careful of those oils, because those oils, you don't know where they are coming from, and most of them, they are prayed for by the demons right there underneath the ocean that will end up controlling you, because each and every demon has a name, and when you put on that oil, it is like you have the signature of that demon that would have prayed for that oil whilst it was underneath the ocean. I know that a lot of fake pastors who are the agents of the devil in churches where the Spirit of God is present, we were sent to go there and pour the spirit of confusion. There is something about human beings, the spirit of confusion. It is easy to pour that spirit on a human being, since I told you that each and every human being has a weakness. There are times when the preacher will be preaching, then children will start crying and making noise. This will be our work to make sure that the people do not turn to God. So I was given a number. In the spirit world, we do not use names, and this number will be like letters and numbers as a form of identification. I would leave my body at home, and that time my body will be giving them hard time at home. I became the naughty one of them all, and I even dropped out of school. Meanwhile, in the spirit world, I was promised to see the devil himself as soon as I rose to a higher position. At some point, I was sent for an assignment, and this time it was a pastor. This pastor that I was supposed to go to, I was supposed to go into his household, and as I came to his house, the house was covered with the presence of the Lord. It was like a fence of fire, and as I tried to go inside, I saw a man wearing white clothes, holding a sword in his hand. The devil then said to me, "Go," because he is a liar. But I knew that I wasn't going to make it, but I could not refuse, because I had already pledged my allegiance to the devil. As I tried to go closer to this house, I was hit by the sword and I fell down. This happened in the spiritual realm. But the following day, I was picked up by the people who walk first in the street as they were off to work. I mean, it was around 4 a.m. in the morning. I went back home in my body, and the following night I was back in the spiritual world. The devil has no mercy. Even though I was deeply hurt, we were told that we had to work very hard and to meet our targets, because time is no more and Jesus is about to come. So the devil needed a lot of people on his side. I was promised a lot of money, but this never came, because I realized that the devil is a liar. He'll keep on giving you promises, never ending promises, but all of his promises that he made to me, all of those promises were fake. I still remember that there was even one who was high in command. When I demanded for these promises to be fulfilled, he brought a glass of tears and he said to me that these tears were tears that had fallen from the devil's face, as a way to show me that the devil wanted me to stay in his kingdom. I am going to come back telling you how Jesus fought for my life. Dear listener,